my Shib Army, and my burn token holders, thank you for dropping back on my channel as I got a banging update for anyone that's holding the burn token. Seriously, you do not want to miss this. I got the big boys in the house giving you the breakdown of what's been happening last week. And I'm telling you, it's a big one. So sit back, enjoy, and I let the Shib Army take over. Boys, the floor is yours.
Week number 92. And thank you, as well as Crypto Queen, Nestex, Lads, Chewy Swap. We got Bad Flea Circus in the building tonight. Shayla, just all the rock stars out, no doubt. And thank everybody here. Crypto Queen, just to kind of give you a heads up here, I think we'll get into some Shibashi's talk here in a moment too as well with everything. But just real quick, I'm gonna go around the room here. First of all, along with everybody I just mentioned, Sabotage, Clifford, we got Sheba Soaps in the building, Salty Bot, good to see you, as well as Calvin J, Gabby, Carthage J, my guy, I know you was waiting, we here. Heber, good to see you, as well as France Matthew, appreciate you, as well as Sharks, fucking loser, good to see you back, appreciate you. And then I'm not, I can't translate that, but the handle is triple underscore J underscore Chi one CH 168. Big shouts out to you and thank you for joining the recap here this evening with everything too as well. And if I can't see in the back, I'm sorry. The Twitter only limits me to the first page. So appreciate everybody that's been through here also this evening as well. So yeah, let's kind of get into it here, Crypto Queen. I think I'm gonna try to find this. I found a really cool article by Joe that has a good explanation here for everybody to check out on the DN404, which is a little bit of an upgrade from what we just learned about with the ERC 404. Real long story short there, but I'll kind of read that one to you. It's a kind of short and easy explanation for the majority of what's going on here. But yeah, we got the Shibashi's launch here. Crypto Queen, didn't know if you had any thoughts on that you can kind of expound on here. I've also got those blogs pulled up here too. If you need it, just let me know.
Yeah, I've got both of the blogs. Did you want me just to read from the blogs, or are we just chatting about them?
Give me your thought first here, and then because I think Cal's is a pretty short read there too. But before we get into that,
Yeah.
just give me your thought.
Yeah, so the first one was just called the Shiboshis have arrived, unleashing a new era of NFTs, and it was kind of an introduction to what the Shiboshis would be. So today marks a new milestone in our journey, and then it gives an explanation of the difference in the types of NFTs that are launched that are going to be launched. This new DN 404 standard, so it's merging the best of ERC 20 and ERC 721 standards, and the goal of it is to introduce some more liquidity and a fractional ownership of the NFTs. So it's a lot to kind of understand and wrap your brain around. I'm still learning what it's about, but so it has an NFT that also is paired with a token. And so, the goal of that is just to be able to, usually when you hold an NFT in your wallet, that you have to wait for another, someone to come along and buy that NFT before you can, trade it or upgrade or whatever you want to do. But this token allows you to, be able to have a little bit more flexibility with that. And it says, make sure you DYOR because this is a, new standard. It's an experiment, but it is an innovative approach to blend the best of fungible and non-fungible tokens. So it has some instructions here, just like how to be part of it, which it's past now. They're sold out, and that's exciting. I think it brought a lot of excitement to the space in the last week or so. But Shiboshi's holders, of course, if you held a Shiboshi, the SHI Boshi, you qualified for a free Shiboshi, the female version. You had to, meet the requirements of unstaking if you were staked in a certain time frame and to claim within a certain time frame, which I believe was 48 hours after they were introduced. And so You got 1 for 1. And then after that, it went to leash holders. So anyone with leash in their wallet got priority access, but they sold out super quickly. They were planning on having it 24 hours or until sold out, and I don't think it lasted maybe an hour or a couple hours, and they were sold out. So a lot of demand for those Shiboshis. Um, and then it talked about where to, mint and trade the Shiboshis. They would be available on ShibaSwap and Uniswap. And then it says, remember, this is just the beginning. Soon, both Shiboshis and Shiboshis will make their way to Shibarium, broadening our ecosystem and helping liquidity flow into Shibarium. So no details yet on how that's, or time frame for when that will be, but I think it is exciting new technology, I guess, in the world of NFTs, and something that's kind of cool that Shibarium took part in. um, is saying a little bit about the future. Imagine a world where Shiboshis and Shiboshis can come together, unlocking endless possibilities. We're on the brink of something extraordinary, and this is your invitation to be part of it. So, potential breeding in the future, come having the whole family come over to Shibarium is exciting. And if you were able to get one, lucky enough to get one of these Shiboshis, I see one down in the audience. Sharks has one. Congrats! It's exciting to be part of this. So yeah, that was pretty much the summary of the first blog that came out. And then there was a second blog. Tell me if you want me to go over that or if you wanted to do that, Bender.
Oh yeah, I got you on that one. And thank you too for that run down there with everything. So, also, if you go here up here on the jumbotron here, all the way to the far end, I think I've got everything posted in regards to the official links versus the, or I should say, NFT versus the Sheeb or Sheb, I should say in this case, contract for the token two as well. But I did want to first reference a article that Joe had shared with me here, and thank her for that too. But DN404, a new hybrid NFT standard challenges ERC 404. The new non-fungible token standard DN404 or divisible NFT 404 has been introduced, challenging the ERC standard with its innovative approach. DN404, designed to integrate the functionalities of both an ERC20 and an ERC721 tokens, facilitates fractional ownership of NFTs, potentially transforming market liquidity and accessibility. This hybrid standard is poised to enable more flexible and efficient transactions within the NFT space, allowing users to own and trade parts of an NFT, according to the developer behind the DN404. With everything. Goes on to say ERC took the crypto world by storm over the past few days, but it doesn't follow existing standards, is inefficient, and breaks at certain edge cases. A pseudonymous developer named Cygar, Cygarr, I should say, and is on X slash Twitter. And then it just kind of goes on to talk about how Ethereum gas fees have been at an 8th-month high, also due to the ERC 404 craze too, as well, with everything there. But I think that one is one of the more simpler explanations out there. So if y'all want to check out that article and bookmark it and that kind of thing too, as well. Before I go into that blog portion, though, Calvin J, did you have any thoughts?
Mainly, with this being so new, I would say everyone should do as much research as possible. It does sound interesting. Reading everything throughout the week was, I mean, it was an experience. It's deeper than just expanding, I guess, on the network. But as we create new things, like, are they making sense? And this does make sense as far as trying to make the non-fungible tokens a little more fungible. Um, I will say, as we are all still doing our research and experimenting, I'm glad to see at least the community get into more of a, I guess, building aspect, taking these assets and finding out ways to not only capitalize on them, but also how they can expand the network, the assets, the ecosystem, the overall bigger picture is being expanded. So, um, interesting. I can't really say I'm all in on this at the moment, but I am intrigued to say the least.
Yeah, really new. I think I was just kind of getting a grasp of the ERC 404 and now the DN 404. So yeah, just the only thing really I can expect is, or we can expect, is change with that one. And yeah, it's uh very interesting concept with everything, especially with the fractionalizations. With that part of it too, I think I need to take a little bit more deeper dive there and figure it out with that one. But overall, um, yeah, really cool so far from what I'm reading about them, and it's interesting just to see the evolution of the tokens themselves and their capabilities too as we move forward here with everything. Let's see. I think what I will do is pull up this other blog here, following the launch here in regards to that one. Now, this one was by Cal, I believe. Call. I've been saying Cal. It's only about a 2-minute read here, but does address some of the launch issues in terms of this. So I'll just read what Call had to say. Exploring new horizons with the ERC 404. As we venture into the uncharted territories of the ERC 404 standard, a forefront of decentralized experimentation, we were filled with anticipation for untapped potential. The DN 404 standard, even newer and full of dynamic capabilities, promised a groundbreaking journey for Shibarium. Our ambition was not just to navigate these new waters, but to master them, ensuring maximum utility for our community. The result? A resounding success, propelling us to #1 spot on OpenSea before even touching down on Uniswap or ShibaSwap. Goes on to say a swift response to unforeseen challenges. The path of innovation is often accomplished by unexpected lessons. During our Shibashi NFT launch, a bug momentarily opened the gates for additional minting, leading to a flurry of activity and transactions worth 652 ETH in under 5 minutes. We wanted to extend our sincerest apologies for any surprise or inconvenience this may have caused. Our team's response was immediate, addressing and resolving the issue with speed and efficiency, ensuring no such obstacles hinder our journey forward. Our pledge to integrity in our community. In the face of this hiccup, our resolve remains stronger than ever. We're committed to rectifying this with the following steps. Adjusting the total supply. Embracing the ERC standards dynamic supply feature, we've increased the Shibashis from 12,000 to 20,000. This adjustment guarantees that all snapshot holders can claim and mint their Shibashis, reaffirming our commitment to a fair and equitable launch. Opportunities for unclaimed NFTs. Shibashis not claimed by, I should say Shibashis. I don't know. I'm going to stay with that. But not claimed by Shibashis, snapshot holders will still be available for lease holders to purchase. Our dedication to providing value to our local community members remains unwavering. Transparent allocation of proceeds. The unexpected sales have not shifted our focus from our core mission. Here's how we are allocating the proceeds. And then goes on to talk about 50% burn breakdown. So strongly strategically burn the sheep on leash, street, and shy to reduce supply and add value for our holders. I believe sheep is 6%, Everybody else is 1%. I should be correct on that, but it doesn't note that here. Nonprofits. Contributions are being made to meaningful causes, including efforts in Japan, the Manny Pacquiao Foundation, Women in Blockchain, and more, as chosen by our community. Foundation and team. Supporting the foundational pillars of our project and the incredible effort of our decentralized team. Providing liquidity. A portion of the funds will be used to provide liquidity to the project. This is our way of giving back and making up to the community, ensuring a stable and prosperous ecosystem for the ERC 404 DN 404 token enthusiasts. And then the remaining 50%, this portion is allocated towards operational expenses in our treasury, furthering missions towards a decentralized future as outlined in the SHIB paper. Looking ahead with renewed optimism, this unexpected event only bolsters our spirit and our commitment to innovation, learning, and community growth. We're more motivated than ever to continue on the journey with you, our SHIB Army. We're immensely grateful for your support and understanding as we navigate these new frontiers together. Here's to exciting ventures and milestones that lie ahead. Thank you for being a vital part of our vibrant community. Together, we move forward. With that one. So, yeah, that's Cal's statement there in the other official blog that came out here. Going back to you, Crypto Queen, did you have anything that you wanted to further add?
No, just still kind of trying to understand how it works. It is so new, and like they said, an experiment. Of course, things are going to happen with experiments, and sometimes they don't go perfectly. But I think that they put that transparent statement out. Um, I guess in the future, I hope they'll let the windows be a little longer so more people can claim and he'll have time to unstake. But I do think they did a good job of communicating, what would be happening by multiple avenues, including Discords, blogs, the Shib News, Twitter. So yeah, we'll see. This is interesting, really interesting and exciting times.
Yeah, and DN404 is pretty fascinating here. I think we'll see a case of that here also with Bad Flea Circus, if I'm not mistaken, for what I've been reading and checking out on the tweets here with everything too as well. Andrew, I did want to move down to you, and I know that you have a Shibashi. Um, any thoughts on the Shibashis and the launch and everything overall this week?
Yeah, despite all the misinformation and confusion surrounding the launch there, I think it went well. It was unfortunate that not everybody who was eligible to claim them weren't able to claim them. I know there were some gas issues. I found a way around it and was able to claim the ones that I was claiming. My I've got a couple of things that I really love about the collection and the token itself. One thing I love about like the artwork behind the collection is the incorporation of so much nature versus like with the Shiboshis, you don't get all the trees and well, specifically the trees. I wouldn't be me if I weren't focused on that once I started revealing the art. But there's a nature aspect reconnecting us to nature. And shout out to the SHIB team. If you look at the forest portal background trait, you will see that there are giant sequoia trees incorporated in the artwork. And again, that's what we're here for, to leave that type of impact, that type of impression. People will, question the trees and they'll wonder, you've got the secure trees that are cherry blossoms, easier to pronounce here, um, that are represented in the collection, as well as others. And so shout out to the SHIB team for incorporating nature into that. I think it's really important, especially in this digital space. So yeah, shout out to the lads once again, because without our community, we would not have been able to have sequoias represented in 3 major collections in this ecosystem, um, excluding the lads collection. So shout out to all the lads out there. Uh, then the token itself, I think it's really, really cool that if I were in a tight spot and uh, needed some liquidity, like I could literally go and swap for fractional shares of my NFT. I could go swap for ETH, the ETH equivalent. Um, and with the floor price being where it's at, you know, if I needed $500, I could go get $500. Just swap for it and never lose my NFT. It does burn the NFT when you do that, but then when you make your portion whole again, your NFT repopulates. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. So you're borrowing, you're able to borrow fractional shares from your NFT, and you know, I sit on quite a few NFTs, and for different reasons, you know, each collection for different reasons. But if I were an investor looking at this space, I would be looking at these tokens. I would be giving them a good hard look, because having that availability of your funds is huge in this space. Um, I don't, most of my NFTs, if I were to go and list them, the liquidity's not there, the volume's not there. For me to, if I were in a tight spot, be able to get that instantly. But with these DN 404s, I can do that. I don't even have to list the NFT and sell the NFT. I can still keep the NFT, and I can get my rescue funds. You know, it's an amazing concept. So yeah, I absolutely love that. And yeah, shout out to all the Shiboshi holders. And if you don't have one, get one. Congratulations again, Bad Flea Circus, for having the first launch on Shibarium. And I'm looking forward to seeing the growth of that token. So thanks again, Bender.
Thank you and appreciate it too as well. And I know you frequent some back rooms, got some information in regards to everything, and just generally your knowledge in regards to this collection in particular. Uh, I know it's immense, so thank you. Shayla, Nestex, Chewy Swap, Beverly, I'm not going to put you on the spot here on the recap, but if you did have a thought, you're more than welcome to raise your hand. But in the meantime here, Calvin J, did you have any final thoughts here on the Shibashis?
Yeah, my thoughts would be I'm interested in seeing all of the additional traits. I'm happy to hear that the forest background trait is a fan favorite, literally by the collection. It is high in rarity, so I'm happy to hear that. I won't sit here and say like, oh, I need to get mines. I really need to learn more about the technology behind the PFPs, and I'm happy to hear community members doing their research. And I might have to ask Andrew some questions about these new assets. As far as the concept goes, I do like the idea of making, again, these non-fungibles a little bit more fungible. Uh, Having access to rescue funds, beautiful thing. My only input would be, again, what other rarities are, I would say, other traits are high in rarity. I would question that. And another thing that I would question would probably be, if possible, not saying that I literally want this to happen, but could the collection be expanded even further? Um, I'm just curious as to that. We've had a bad experience uh, due to some manipulation, and the collection expanded in numbers. I wonder if collections in the future, or if not, the Shibashis themselves could expand not only once but multiple times as far as the total amount within the collection. Um, and I even asked this because maybe this technology can be incorporated with Shib magazine covers. And yeah, it is a beautiful thing for us to learn new technology, rather if it's new forms of NFTs, or we're learning about private keys and importing wallets. Uh, I just think like as everything expands and we grow, as long as we make it make sense. I know things can be built not necessarily overnight, but people want to, you know, contribute their specialties and expertise. They want to just contribute, and we can all build something. But as long as it's making sense for not only the individual or the builder in question, but as long as it can make sense for everybody. And also, aside from it making sense, can it can it actually be used by everybody? I know sometimes some people might miss out. Realistically, it's hard to try to save everyone. That's understandable, but making it accessible is the key. Um, can does everyone have an equitable chance? And yeah, just a few things that I have just on my mind, but I can say I'm bullish on building. Um, More details to come, but I appreciate you and thank you.
Thank you, and appreciate you. Quilter, I see you with your hand up. Go ahead with your follow-up thought.
Yeah, I just had a question for Chewy or Bad Flea Circus, and they said that these contracts were risky. What is the risk involved? And we saw with Pandora, a pretty significant increase in value and trading, and then a pretty big fall off of like 55% of the token. How can we prevent that in the future? How do we maintain that, I guess, momentum, or at least hold?
Well, I think, the risk is just like with any investment, but, as far as the technology goes, um, ERC 404 had some problems, which is why DN 404 came out. And, I spent the past week and a half researching it and working on the contract for Shibarium. And I gotta say, the writers of DN 404, they create a lot of different libraries for Solidity, and half the contract is written in assembly. It was kind of difficult to understand what's going on, but they do that for gas efficiency and security. But just like with any new tech, um, it could form a bubble. Especially on Ethereum, where you have all these different 404 projects launching, and right now there's a lot of hype. So the market's hot for them. So the risk is in that bubble bursting potentially, but I'm pretty bullish on it because unlike with most NFT collections where they mint out And if there isn't enough interest in the secondary market, then pretty much those NFTs are worthless if they're not going to sell. But what I like about the 404s is they're backed by actual liquidity. So, your NFT is liquid from the start because, it's got liquidity on DEX. And that's also bridging NFT volume with DEX volume. And, what we kind of noticed with Skulls is that the floor on Mantra, the marketplace, kind of kept up with token price. So when people would list low and the price of the token went up, automatically all the floor would get swept because people would buy on Mantra and sell on the DEX. So it's kind of like this arbitrage going on, which is very interesting. So yeah, it's very early to see like what people are going to build on top of it too. We were thinking like doing staking, where you could earn fractional shares of the token, and when you get past a whole number, you'd actually get minted in NFT. So it's very interesting. What can be done with it as far as in the future.
Definitely. Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah, the technology is really fascinating. I'm more interested now, especially after everybody kind of going through there, picking up a lot of things here too. So, great question, Crypto Queen, and thank you for taking a moment there, SHIBASWAP, to explain your thoughts on that too as well, with everything. Yeah, it's overall something to see here. Congrats once again to everybody that's got one. And we'll keep an eye on that moving forward here with everything. But yeah, it's really, really cool just to see what's going on there overall with the scene too as well. All right. Again, well, first off, let me shout out the partners here. Lads is on tonight. I just wanted to jump into it. I knew it would be a second here, but well, week 92 here. Always appreciate everybody hanging in there, listening with us. But ShibaArmy.co, make sure y'all check them out too as well. They recognized by Google News outlet as an official, or Google News as official news outlet, I should say. And big shouts out to Sheep Dream and Sheep Dream NFTs too. Also at Cheggy19, our official artist, and run a beautiful campaign here for Japanese exchanges. A lot have listed since that campaign has started, and does wonderful artwork and supports the community through and through. Also, big shouts out to Sheep Women, empowering women in Web3 and doing their thing here in crypto world, and inspiring others to not only educate yourself, but not be afraid to ask, and love the inspiration coming from Sheep Women right now too as well. Speaking of Sheep Women, big shouts out to Crypto Nick and the Web Artist Builders Club. Everybody over there, and myself included too as well. And make sure y'all check out Crypto Nick's collection, OPP Gens. Shout out to the Octopussy Gang. And yeah, just beautiful to see there. Along with Shiba Soaps, Shiba Soaps and Scrubs.com. You can get some earth-friendly and beautiful skin products that help out and do their thing environmentally wise, and everything in between. So definitely check out Shiba Soaps and Scrubs, and at Shiba Soaps here on Twitter. And then Shiba Bling shirts. I believe what Calvin J. We got the Forest up here. We got the Co-op. We got the Recap. We got Calvin J. Big shouts out to the skateboarding company. There along with that one too. Crypto Queen, am I missing anybody?
I think you got him.
Oh, okay. I think I'm missing one. Oh, my guy, Shiba Bear.
Co-op.
Shout out to Shiba Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Co-op. Yeah, I did say Co-op. Thank you. But yeah, Shiba Bling here on Twitter. And then Sheep Co-op, speaking of them, Crypto Queen, yourself along with coaching the gang. Minting NFTs, markets, swaps, extensive research on lands for the metaverse, you name it. Talk to them, put in a ticket. They might come up with a solution to your problem. Put it that way. Or a solution to your concern, I should say. Web3 shouldn't be classified as a problem. Recap X Wednesday nights. We got Sabotage hosting this week. Big shouts out to Clifford last week, along with the usual suspects and Crypto Queen and Calvin J, bringing all that world news here with us. And appreciate you. I don't know when that tweet goes out, just to be clear, but somebody will host it. Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then last but not least, the lads, Shiba Sequoia Forest, our esteemed guest this evening. And thank you so much for taking the time out once again, Shayla and Andrew, and everybody on the team out there, including Crypto Queen, with everything. All right. First few lives were just everything that we were talking about. Also, just want to note the Shibashi accounts there are some fake accounts up, I should say. The official one, which I've got posted up here on the Jumbotron, is verified and affiliated with that one. Big shouts out to Crypto Queen for that one too as well. Also, let's see here. New marketplace in the blog. I just kind of happened to catch that. It's market.shib.io. That was also a new feature, I believe, with the Shibashi drop here. Big shouts out to Bus for confirming that for me. But I thought that's what I was checking out there. Speaking of that, Shibashis. Trading on Uniswap and ShibaSwap. They were the first DN404 test token. Big shouts out to Calvin J there. Riley's Research changes banner on Twitter /X. Big shouts out to Bus for catching that. So Riley's out there watching or at least changing the banner. Probably just letting us know that they still got access to the account. Shibarium. Transaction wise, it went from 1 to 2.4 million transactions, up 120%, 128%, I should say, in 2 days there too as well. Also, total value locked at the time, I believe, was 1 million on the 16th. Transformer deployer, which is a contract, I believe, that Bus had caught. They're going to deal with CPU, GPU servers with that type of thing. I'm going to have to pull that article up because they did have a little bit deeper explanation on that. But like Bus is catching stuff on GitHub. Big shouts out to Bus and Theft Token, which we'll have here next week, I believe, too. And then Shibarium, there was also another one that was called the Gelato Relay 1 Balance V2. I believe it's an integration contract with that one too as well. So kind of be on the eye out for that. These aren't financial advice too. It's just kind of stuff coding wise that Bus catches on there. But usually it does pan out. I'll put it that way. Speaking of Shibarium, Tangem started an integration process. Big shouts out to Clifford. So they'll be integrating with Shibarium. And then Shib ETF. I'm going to pull up this article, but oh, I'm sorry, that one is actually up. But the petition is out. Proposal to Grayscale to sign up for that one. That one I saw it was the one I saw with Jolt. Big shout out to Jolt for sharing that one. So if y'all scroll up there, I think it's kind of towards the middle there on the Jumbotron. You can save that in your bookmarks and petition for Grayscale to have a SHIB ETF. BitTimes. Japan, I believe. Well, I think I'll say this is the division of the media coming out, but they no, I'm sorry. This was the I apologize. I was thinking about Sheep Dreams article, but this is the one in terms of the actual exchange itself. But they do have a lucky roulette. I think we mentioned this last month or the month before. where they did a sheep giveaway at that time. This time it ran from the 19th through the 22nd. Wazir X of India did a meme poll. She, Flocky, Bob, Lovely. I think we won that one, but big shouts out to Tutti Fruity Women for bringing that to the attention. Speaking of Wazir X, Sheeb also was a choice to pick 3 for your balanced portfolio. I think there's like a total of like 6 or 8 that you could choose from. But again, they did not have to put Sheeb on the graphic there in terms of one to choose. They could have probably chose several other coins. So always like it when I see us up there with that, and just had to note that. Bitcoin, and I'll pull up this article here too, I think, but Bitcoin holds a 69% time in terms of holds over a year, so a year plus. She holds a 77% year plus. I believe it kind of broke it down also by months and everything. Like I said, I'll pull up that article there too as well. But 2 of the longer hold times out there. Long story short, with Shiba Bitcoin. Big shots out to Ed. Crypto.com had sheep contracts available for strike options. Also had sheep contracts traded for up down options too as well. Big shouts out to Bus and Lucy for those in terms of information there. But crypto.com integrating sheep with that one. Like to see staking back come back. I'll just put that out there. Crypto.com. Coin W official list Shibashi. I believe they did this with the 5,000 USDT giveaway with that one too. I'm pretty sure there was some fine print. Along with L Bank Exchange, they did list Sheb, and I believe that was with also a USDT pair. I didn't remember anything about a giveaway, but they did list it. Oh, this is the one I was talking about. Hash Crypto Metaverse. It's an ETF. I believe it's overseas, but she is like the highest percentage of their portfolio. Big shouts out to Lola. I'll pull that one up. And then Coinpedia, Bone will be in Binance, I should say, in one of their upcoming listings. They had like a top 10 upcoming listings. Don't take me or this as financial advice, but I don't know. I'll pull up the article so y'all can see it. But Coinpedia was saying it with everything. I'm not sure how they get that information. I'll put it like that. But interesting, I thought. And then whale buys. So a whale bought 323 billion sheep, worth $3 million at the time. I believe they did that through Coinbase too as well. Big shouts out to Lucy Sheep. Into the bot. Always some interesting stats. Sheep transaction volume went from 2 to 11 trillion between the 21st and the 22nd. Big shout out to Yeskis giving out the information there. And then She Burns. I thought the highest one I saw as I was kind of scrolling through this week was about 85 million sheep burn and it was in one transaction, I should say. That was back on the 21st. And then big shouts again to Calvin J on retweeting these. That made it a little bit easier than me scrolling down. But for the week, 189 million and change, I'll say. She was burned in 23 transactions. So big shouts out to the burn captain. And yeah, I think, we went to community shout out. So that's pretty much there. Back to you, Crypto Queen. Anything that stood out to you this week?
Oh, I was looking at the Binance article potential listing. Of course, it didn't say for sure if it was going to be listed bone, but it said potentially, and so that's exciting. It also had a little bit in that article about let me find it. Why invest in new Binance listings? How often does Binance add new crypto? So just some things if you're interested in that. How to find upcoming coins that could list on Binance. Some good like tips there. So take a look at that article if you are interested in that kind of stuff. Also some risk warnings, of course. Um, the two most popular crypto price aggregator, CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, have integrated SHIB's Layer 2 blockchain on their platforms. I was glad to see that. And this is a little bit older, but it says on February 16th, the Shibarium L2 reclaimed 1 million milestone in TVL. I need to get on there and see what we haven't posted that in a hot minute, vendor, what the transaction totals are. We were putting that up in the nest for a while, so I'll do that when I get done. But I was just going through and picking winners. So we do have our winners for our contest. I sent those to Nest. I DM'd you, so you have to let me know how you want to, if you want to reach out and contact those people, or how you want to do that. Bender, what did we do last time? Remind me. You
I'm
still
sorry,
there, Bender?
I was looking for a couple of articles. What I'll do is just go ahead and send me the list, and I'll formulate the tweet handles and everything, so I can just send them directly to Ness, because I don't want anybody trying to DM. Just, you never know. That way they can just reach out to the winners directly. So
Okay, gotcha. Well, I sent it to both of you by DM, so y'all have it.
Okay. Yep, that works, and we're good to go there. I'll take care of it from there. Thank you. Yeah, and oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go back with your thought here. I was looking for stuff. I was listening now.
That's it. I was done.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead on to Calvin.
No worries. Always fun times on Sunday night. Calvin J, what's your thoughts on Sheep this week, sir? If you
I would say the short version is my short version would be Go Shib. I'm at Amazon. At the end of the day, it's a lot of building being done, and we can only just look forward to the future. No.
I got you, no doubt, and yeah, it's just all real kind of interesting just to see. I'll pull up a couple other things here to go over with you too as well. But lads, I know you keep a pulse, and hopefully you're lurking in the chat and seeing some of these articles that we send across here too as well. But didn't know if you had any thoughts on anything that stood out to you on Sheep this week.
Pertaining to Shib, I focused on the Shiboshis all week. I'm not gonna lie. The time that I had to focus on anything was caught up with the Shiboshi launch, and truly taking the time to understand the DN 404s as well. So you already heard me speak. I'm quite bullish on that. And then I didn't catch it until you guys had mentioned it, but Ryoshi Research changing that banner. That's really interesting. It really is. I like that Ryoshi, at the very least, is just letting us know that they're still here. So that's neat. Yeah, I went and checked it out. Reminds me of a dream. I don't know. It just, I wanted to throw that out there. Kind of neat. So appreciate everybody coming through tonight. I'll save any further thoughts for final thoughts. So thank you.
Thank you, lads, and yeah, it's like I said at the beginning of the space, pretty dominant topic here, and I figured we would spend the majority on that. That's why I just went ahead and did that before I went through the list, because a lot of lists this week was, thank goodness, some stats and that kind of thing there too as well. Let's see here. If anybody else has anything else to y'all like to add, feel free to have your hand up. But again, I'm not going to hold y'all to it tonight. Nestex, go ahead with your thoughts.
As far as the Shiboshis go, I was having some issues with it. I know the Shib team gets a lot of flack for, sometimes we all make mistakes, but I was having some issues. I do want to give them a compliment. Maximus, I did open up a ticket. Maximus did reach out, and although my problem was user error, I kind of screwed up in that I unstaked my Shiboshi, so they handled it, I thought, pretty pretty good as far as like being professional. So I just wanted to give them a shout out for the way they handle things. I know, again, they get a lot of flack for, you know, I mean, you guys all see the tweets that go out, but I just wanted to give them a compliment in how they handled this SHIBOSHI situation.
Were you able to get it, Ness? Fixed?
No, but again, it was my issue, my mistake, and even though it was a bad situation, the way they handled it made it suck less. So,
Yeah.
so
Yes,
yeah,
I will echo that as well. Same thing happened
yeah.
to me. So
Oh, okay, yeah. See, so they did a pretty good job, I thought.
yes, they're great. The mods are just really great over there. But I'm sorry, it's unfortunate. I know the feeling, but we'll get a Shiboshi sometime or Shiboshi.
Exactly.
Bender, you still there?
Hard rock, very hard rock.
Right.
Yeah, I saw you were struggling a little bit. I couldn't hear Bender, so I thought we might have some technical difficulties. But I see Shayla with her hand up. Go ahead, Shayla.
Yeah, all I wanted to say is I missed the Shiboshi too because I had a little bit of leash and I think I waited too long. But I also wanted to like compliment crypto.com for having the strike options for Shiba Inu. So I thought that was really good to see. I remember seeing that email. So that you have more options and they're expanding their options. So kudos to crypto.com. Kind of wanted to just give them a shout out too. So, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shayla. And yeah, learning experience for everybody. It was something new and a lot of kind of hoops to jump to make sure that we qualified. And yeah, I kind of learned on this one.
Yeah, and yeah, I think the crypto .com on both of those options there too, Shayla, is a good one to bring up there too. I'll post one of those up here while I'm at it too with everything. I thought burns were a little bit better than what they have been the past weeks at 189 million. I think we've been kind of hovering around right around that 100 million-ish average, I guess you'll say, with everything there too. So good to see with that one. And yeah, just like I said, kind of before, this week a little bit dominant in terms of the Shiboshis with everything. So a little bit more of a deep diver into that one too as well. I think outside of that, though, I did post up the link there again, that ETF that Shiba's got a dominant portfolio in. I don't believe it's available in the US with everything, but the entire article's up there. If you have a translator, I think you should be fine in terms of reading it. And then the one I did post did have the screenshot courtesy of Lola with the rankings and everything if you just kind of want to get to the point and check that out there too as well. So yeah, I just found that interesting that the petition for SHIB ETF to get on grayscale, and then lo and behold, we come out, and overseas they have that available and in the works here with everything too. Oh, also this one by Bus here. So this again was the one I was talking about earlier with the GitHub in terms of that. So this is the Gelato Digital one. It'll be a fast and reliable transaction relaying API for Web3 projects like games, bridges, NFT marketplaces, and many, many more. So kind of found that one interesting. And then let me see here. I think the other one wasn't too far down here with that one too. I'm sorry, I've been kind of off tonight, y'all, with the lads interview. With everything, I try to pay pretty close attention when when they're talking, because I always try to pick up something new as well as everybody, but I just didn't have as much posted on the Jumbotron as usual. Also with this other one here that's coming on GitHub that Bus had mentioned here, this one was for the Transformer Deployer contract. That one states efficient, scalable, enterprise-grade CPU, GPU interference server for Hugging Face Transformer models with that one too. So, of course, not financial advice. Do your own research on those. But again, those have had a pretty good track record when he finds them of coming to fruition with everything there too as well. So big shouts out to everybody out there studying the blockchains in terms of that one and everything. Let's see here. I think though outside of that, I am, because I know we've been kind of running late here. Crypto Queen, are we ready to announce some winners?
We are.
Okay, let's go ahead and announce some winners, and then we'll go into final thoughts here.
Okay, let me just grab them. We had a super generous donation from NestX. Thank you so much for that. We have 4 NFTs we're giving away tonight. The first winner is Hebermayan. Hope I'm saying that right. Hebermayan. The second is Mike Cornwell. The third is Shiba Soaps and Scrubs. And the fourth is Adam Shib Army. So congrats, everybody. Those are winners. I used Twitter Picker, and I sent the handles to NestX.
That's awesome. Can they get some applause, please? Since I don't have.
I don't seem to have them tonight either.
Oh, you don't have them tonight? We just all right. I'm just gonna give y'all some claps. There we go.
Hey, somebody had them. Thank you, Ness.
Thanks, and that's all courtesy of Ness, and appreciate you, Crypto Queen, for helping us every week here with the picker with everything too.
Sure thing. Oh, I got my soundboard taken away. Dang it.
Wow.
It was so fun while it lasted.
Oh, did you catch an update?
I don't know what happened.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just gone.
Completely understand. Of course, I don't know what I'm missing.
I can't believe you don't have a soundboard. That's just wrong.
Right. Just
Shib, do you have one? Calvin J, do you have one?
Hold on, I missed that.
You have a
Do I have one of
soundboard?
what?
A soundboard.
Oh no, I always thought that was a Apple thing.
Yeah, maybe so. I guess next has our soundboard for the night. Thank you for doing the applause for us.
yes, thank you, Next and Nest, and appreciate you. And yeah, that's very kind and generous of y'all to do here. And I hope everybody that wins them enjoys those immensely, and appreciate y'all coming up here for a moment and explaining things, helping us out here, and providing some applause here for the winners too as well with that one. All right. Well, I've been doing that, Crypto Queen. I did go ahead and I found the latest on the Shibarium Explorer. Looks like we have a total of 377 million transactions. Plus, I'll just say we're almost hitting that. I could almost round it up to 378. I'll put it like that. But I will say,
Getting close to 400.
right, yeah, been a steady climb here. Total blocks 3.3 million plus. I didn't go into the other one I like, but on here it says the average block time is 5 seconds. Wallet addresses are about 1.3 million with that one too as well. And let me go back here and take a look. Daily transaction right now is at about 2.5 million with that one too. So yeah, that's I know you had asked about that earlier, so I did pull that up for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bender.
Oh, no problem. Calvin J, we'll go to you first here. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I do want to say, highlighting SHIBASWAP page and other pages in the future. we should always double check these pages. I do want to give a public announcement. Accidental retweets are fatal for somebody somewhere. So we got to always be careful and hold ourselves accountable. I want to appreciate Lucy Shib for giving the announcement of some of these fake scam pages. I know sometimes these blue checks, affiliate badges, take some time to register, but all official pages and affiliates will be properly documented and displayed. So we won't have to worry about retweeting a fraudulent page. But again, for the community, that is my bad. I apologize. Make sure that going in the future, be better than Cal. I want you. And on top of that, as we all as a community not only hold each other accountable, we all can learn and better one another. You know, simply put, each one teach one. And forever bullish on this community. Go Shib, and I appreciate you, Bender.
Thank you, Calvin J. And yeah, we'll definitely be on the watch out for that. I mean, there were so many alerts here this week. I'm glad you brought that up here. Canine, Shibashis, fake Shitoshi, just yeah, it's Twitter, and you just gotta double and triple check everything. And even if you're following somebody, click that link and just make sure, especially if it looks like it is an official account, what you're retweeting and that kind of thing too as well. So yeah, even watch, kind of who you're interacting with, especially if you're not doing it on a daily basis, and just make sure everything is on the up and up there, because there is a lot of fake everything popping up right now. So good thought there, and appreciate you. Lads, any final thoughts here?
Yeah, it's been a good week, and I appreciate everybody coming in and taking a walk with lads through Shib Recap. 100%. I've got, while I have the attention of a couple of marketplaces and the decks, I want to throw it out there. One thing that I absolutely love when onboarding or inviting community from the Web 2 into this space, I normally onboard through centralized exchanges, because I mean that's where most of us got to start. But with the evolving tech and the ability to onboard Web 2 into DeFi, and that ability growing, I would love to see on the exchange, the DeFi side, and these marketplaces, more education on how to use DeFi, how to trade NFTs and more. The learn and earns is what I refer people to on these centralized exchanges. I think they're a great onboarding tool, and I would love to see some adoption of that in our ecosystem on the DeFi side. So I just wanted to throw that out there while I got the attention of you guys. And I appreciate all the building you guys are doing, for sure, 100%, especially in our ecosystem. Also, yeah, again, appreciate you, Bender and Queen and Calvin J, for having us as a featured guest this week. And please, everybody, join us Wednesday at a walk through the Shiba Sequoia Forest with lads. Excuse me, Thursday. I'm going to keep saying Wednesday. Somebody's got to smack me. Thursday, please join us, 7 p.m. EST, we're going to have a special guest, Vessi Mink. She's going to be performing some theme songs for the lads, and then we're going to do a community vote. During that space, I would love to give away a music NFT to a music lover. So if you're a music lover, come through to the space, and we're going to hook somebody up with a music NFT and the ability to join a new community in this Web3 space. So please join us, and looking forward to the future, guys. Future is bright for all of us, and I'll pass the mic.
Thank you, lads, and appreciate you as always. Don't want to go too deaf here because I do want to hear from your counterpart here, Shayla. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, Bender, thank you and the team, Crypto Queen and Calvin J, for having the team on. And I really appreciate and love how you all feature someone every week. Notably every week. It gives us a chance to get to know each other, and also shows that we can support each other. So thank you again for having us, and we'll be here every week. You know, we're here and we support. And so it's a wonderful way to, if you haven't connected to the community, to continue to come back to SHIB Recap to learn more about who's in the community and how you can support. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'll never forget the day lads told me you were co-hosting the Shiba Sequoia Forest, and just the over amount of relief I felt in knowing that lads was in great hands moving forward. So looking forward to everything that you're doing and contributing to this project in the future, and the growth of the lads overall. And thank you for your time tonight. We support you too as well. Let's see here. We will go Ness. Oh, the Chewy Swap drop off. Okay. I do see also Bad Flea Circus there too. I haven't forgot about y'all. Go ahead, Calvin J. I see you with your hand up here real quick before we go to them.
Yeah, my only input was piggybacking on what Andrew said. If for the marketplaces out there listening and potential dexes, if not learn and earn or fungible quest, always could do a POAP, proof of participation protocol, where there is some answer a question correctly, free NFT. And these things could be still educational, if not also lucrative for those just starting out in this space and still in an accumulation phase. We can still spread the education. So I wanted to just highlight what Andrew has suggested. Appreciate you.
Thank you for that. And yeah, proof of things is never a bad thing. And thank you for that thought. Bad Flea, go ahead with your thoughts, your final thoughts before we go to Nestex.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, just real quick, because I also happen to be the community manager over at SHIBASWAP. I just wanted to say on the education and stuff like that, that is something that is really important to us over at Chewy. And I actually do a space every week called the 10Xer space with 9 other projects, and we kind of do a new topic each week. But really, reality is it really all gears down to education and talking about habits, self-control. Today it happened to be, just kind of more of the spiritual side, mental side, the psychology, behind being a trader / investor, and the differences between those two words, because there are definitely minute little differences like that I think that most people don't realize. So, definitely, if there's any questions and stuff like that, and you don't know where to go, please come in and say hi to Chewy Swap and ask away. Me, Jim, the community, we're always happy to help anybody. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate that response, and I appreciate you educating through spaces. The point I was trying to make here, though, is that we now have the ability to onboard directly into DeFi. Most of the community members that we do onboard from Web 2 won't be joining us here in X, and so having the ability to learn directly from the platform that we're onboarding to, I think that's really important, and that's kind of what I was getting at. But I do appreciate the education here on X.
Sorry, just real quick, I did actually want to add too that Jim has through back channels. Hopefully, I don't get slapped for saying this, but tutorials on SHIBASWAP are definitely something that have been in the works and have been looked into. So definitely want to have that on hand. Education right on the platform. So there really is no need for a middleman. You can go in, do it at your own time. That's definitely one thing I would love to see on Chewy.
I love it. I'm glad that it's in the works. Good work.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, and appreciate your thought here this evening and hanging out here with us tonight. And again, I'll talk to you here a little bit, and we'll see what we can do to get you formally up here, and go through everything on the proper here with that one too. But yeah, a lot of excitement I've seen here the last couple of days since I've heard about the project here, and congratulations. Nestex, thank you for your patience here. Any final thoughts?
Just thanks for having me on here. Really appreciate what you guys do here on a weekly basis. Always find a lot of information, stuff that I miss, even though I'm always on X, always looking online. There's always information that I miss. Just really appreciate you guys and all the people that are on here. Clifford, I mean, he's very helpful. Chris, Bad Flea Circus, talked to him on the other Telegram. But yeah, it's always nice seeing everyone on Shibarium willing to be helpful. I mean, if it's just nice being able to reach out and ask for help and being available. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I don't understand, especially right now with the new DN 404. Just when I think I understand it, it's throw me for a curveball. But eventually, we all want Shibarium to grow. Right now, it feels like a small community. It's going to be to the point where it's going to be, we're living close to each other. It's going to be to the point where it's going to be a big city, and we're not going to. We're going to know each other since we started at the very beginning. But later on, it's going to get bigger and bigger. But I guess last words. Appreciate everything you guys are doing, and hopefully, you all stick together, even though Shibarium's going to grow, which I know it will.
Yes, absolutely, man. And again, appreciate you coming up here this evening and talking with us and hanging out here. And I think the giveaway's been fun. I took a peek here when y'all first reached out to me and checked out some of the collections along with the Bitbert Club on your platform. And yeah, exciting. And I've been kind of skimming through, but so I already knew about uh, the NFTs in the wallet prior to the sale. One with that one, which I thought was a little bit different. But overall, yeah, just thank you for hanging out here with us and on this night with the Shiba Sequoia Forest, I should say. So thank you once again and appreciate y'all doing what you did there too. Big shout out to Nestex for that one. Let's see here, Calvin J. Before we ride out here to some music, just again, everything was kind of dominated here by the Shibashi's drop. A little bit of stats in there too as well. Good to see people out there continuing to burn. We'll continue monitoring the situation to see if we can get any updates this week in regards to the automatic burn process. I think last time we heard about that one that was on the PuppyNet in terms of the testing and everything, and Again, I think I don't want to breeze over stuff like, crypto.com, doing the up and downs here for Sheeb and those accomplishments and, just the overall volume and everything else that Shib Army causes across the planet here, and reasons why Wazir X puts us in a poll and then puts us in a graphic here too as well, like at one of the largest and oldest exchanges in India, by the way, too. These kind of things I definitely try not to take for granted, even though they do pop up every week. There is thousands upon thousands of tokens out there, and she gets chose over a lot of things. I think we saw what was it, about a month or two ago. It was listed with Bitcoin for a coin exchange and to buy in terms of their physical store presence and those kind of things here too. So that is you, the community members out there that are listening, as well as everybody worldwide that contributes. That hashtag, that $Sheep, does make a difference in when those social media signals come out and they rate those and everything. That's one of the reasons why Sheep is always, in the top 10 in most categories in the countries that it has presence in, and those kind of things too, with everything. So just thank you, Shib Army. I'll put it that way. Couple quick shots I see in the building here. I think came in. Coach, I don't know if I saw you before, but I've seen you now, along with Mantra Protocol. Appreciate you, as well as Death Wish Crypto. Good to see you back. I do see Eternal Night Designs. Thank you too as well. Del Sheeb, thank you. I think you came in here. Good to see you, Baha.Lifer. I appreciate you coming back too as well. And everybody else that's been hanging in here with us this evening. Lago, I see you. Big shout out to you too as well. And Chewy Swap for coming on earlier. Thank you so much, along with Nestex, The Force, Shayla, Lads. We got our esteemed co-hosts, Calvin J and Crypto Queen. Appreciate you all 1,000,000%. We will turn our attention towards Wednesday night. Looking forward to Sabotage hosting, along with Clifford. Might be hosting a few other things here coming soon. I might think about talking about that on Wednesday night with everything. But did a great job last week, and always ready to learn there with everything. Of course, always gotta mention Crypto Nick, Julie, the cat, their efforts, past and present, always appreciated, as well as the esteemed Haley High Def, and one of the people you should follow here on crypto, when it comes to crypto, I should say, with that one too. She's always got some really in-depth things and things that I still take to this day. So appreciate her and everybody out there. Calvin J, we ready for some music? Maybe not.
Oh, mic check. You sounded like you were working a little bit to me. Was that my
It
call?
might be, man. I don't know. That's why I said if y'all can hear me. But you can hear me now?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can hear
Okay,
you.
go ahead then.
All right, appreciate you. I did want to highlight Crypto Nick OG also in the Web Artists and Builders Club. For all of the builders, all of the lads, all of the entrepreneurs and musicians, I'm glad that we all can grow and continue to, expand on these. Not these are financial ventures, yes, but just expanding our creativity nonetheless. So shout out to everybody, and let's ride out with the shib waves. And appreciate you, Crypto Nick.
Dreaming of the moon last night, can get it through. Shit, but I think about it, you. Gonna make it. inspiration will make true. We just need a better life than this. It's something to our kids will give. Generational wealth within. Sometimes I think about it, she created everything. She told she was woman in the lead. But she brought me. In the ship wave, it's a ship wave that's going to the moon. In the ship wave, it's a ship wave, we're going to the moon. Yeah.
Thank you once again, Calvin J, Crypto Queen, Lads, Andrew, Shayla, Bad Flea. Appreciate you, as well as Nest X, Chewy Swap earlier for coming up. Everybody for listening. Week 92 is in the books, and we are starting week 93 right now. Definitely be safe out there in your travels, and God bless. Take care.
Night, everybody.
We all waiting for the sheep.
Shiba.
Shiba. Yeah. Shiba. There you go. Thank you, Bender.
Shiba. No doubt. Take care, y'all. We'll talk to you next week.